ABC News fact-checked that, of course, and said it's not true. Marj Halperin is a Democratic strategist. She's joining me now. Okay, so your big takeaway in what we saw there, Marj, what did you think?
I think Harris did what she needed to do, which was to push him back on his heels, and it wasn't too hard. Yeah, I clocked it about 25 minutes into it when he was spiraling out of control, and you keep seeing him looking angry and frowning and diminished, while she just keeps hitting him with facts and tearing down some of those ridiculous conspiracy theories that he played. He went to the pets like so early. That was the very rock bottom. And there's some sadness even in her face as he kind of fell apart. What's going to happen now in the field? As a result, it remains to be seen.
So, Marj, the other thing I'm curious about is, Kamala Harris had an uphill battle trying to introduce herself to voters who don't know a lot about her. I mean, one big opportunity was the Democratic National Convention in August. This was another opportunity, and we don't have the ratings yet, but I'm pretty sure that the ratings are going to be off the charts. Your thoughts on whether she was able to do that effectively enough, to say, look, you may not know as much about me as you know about Donald Trump, but I am fit to be commander-in-chief. I am fit to be in the Oval Office.
And she's also saying, and let me remind you what you do know about Donald Trump, because it was pretty awful when he was in charge. He left us, the country in shambles. 1 million people died in COVID while he's talking about drinking bleach and all that nonsense. And then he hits her with the pets again, still in the world of nonsense. So he reinforced what so many of us do remember as just chaos and disaster while he was president. But I think you're right that she also did do what she needed to do to establish herself as a firm, knowledgeable leader, and showed some compassion. I loved this segment where she walked over to shake his hand. The Donald Trump trick is that he holds his hand close to his body and makes you come to him. But she was gracious and came over to where he was standing and showed herself to be able to work with people who did not agree with her, while he seemed just to get more and more angry every time she criticized him. So I hope you're right that contrast will play, but our country is still very, very seriously divided. And I don't think the election, I don't think polls or anything else will show anyone taking a firm lead. She's not going to jump 10 points. It's just not going to happen the way the country is right now.
Yeah, I thought it was a pretty bold move, power move off the top for her to walk over there and shake his hand. Again, just to remind our viewers, they'd never met before. And, Trump is Trump. And so to go over there and do that, I think was definitely a strategy on her part. I want to play that thing that he said about, illegal people in your country getting transgender surgery in prisons. So we're just going to play that now, and I want to get your reaction.
Things that nobody would ever think of. Now she wants to do transgender operations on illegal aliens that are in prison.
How does that kind of comment, how does that go over with voters?
We're targeting a very narrow strata of voters who I think many of them might have voted traditionally Republican, but can't stomach the stuff that Trump is doing. And I think in that constituency, they're going to see that as, not just weird, which is what the campaign likes to say, but he's transferring over to creepy now, right? Like, what is his obsession with transgender surgery? He's also claimed that schools will do that to students, and send them home as a new gender. It's bizarre. And he's just going deeper and deeper into this spiral. So I think there are definitely voters who are like, yeah, can't do it, just can't do it. Now, other voters who have concerns about the Democratic platform or this remaining residual idea that the economy was better under Trump, even though Harris had many examples last night of how it was not better. And economists are saying here now that his tariff plan, across the board tariff plan, will send us back into terrible inflation and raise prices because we'll all pay those tariff prices ourselves. So there are competing messages on the economy that are, I think, starting to break through. We don't have a lot of time. but I think these messages are coming across.
Yeah, he said he had his best debate, although he said that in the spin room after, which is rare for Trump to go to the spin room. Usually it's campaign surrogates and others. That may be a sign that his campaign thought he didn't have a good debate. Your thoughts?
Well, I think the bar is kind of low if you're talking about what's his best debate, because I don't think he's a very good debater. And I don't think he did well even against Biden. Biden didn't lose that debate and end his candidacy because Trump was so powerful as a debater. He did it because he was weak on the stage himself. Trump has never been a strong debater in any of the presidential debates that we've seen. This was by far his worst. I don't think anyone but Trump would say otherwise.
Hey, Marj, it's good to see you. Appreciate you taking the time for us today.
Thanks, Todd.